Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We're going to have XMT Ice Power Total War going up against TheGreenOne as the Empire. This is round one of their best of three final. Happy Memorial Day, everyone. We're not doing a full best of five, but I hope you've enjoyed the tournament today, and thank you for tuning in. So here we are. The map is Longwy, and it's going to be Ice Power with the greenskins. Or I got this backwards. Nope, it's going to be... How embarrassing. We got TheGreenOne with the greenskins against Ice Power's Empire. Oh my goodness. This is amateur hour. And babies are breaking into the studio. So, starting with TheGreenOne and the greenskins, as his name may suggest. We've got goblins. I'm sure that's not intentional, but it's funny that he's played beastmen, wood elves, and greenskins, all of which, you know, you can argue have a tie to green. Anyways, I'm making no sense in being boring. Anyways, goblins in the front line. We have three of them. We got Night Goblin Fanatics. Looks like three of them behind, one of which will be the 8 Peak Loonies. 2 Black Orcs in the rear. We're then going to have 2 units of Orc Boar Boys, 2 Forest Goblin Spider Riders, 3 Missile Skirmishers. 1 will be a Forest Goblin Spider Rider Archer, and then we're going to actually make that 2 of them. And then we're going to have a Goblin Wolf Rider Archer, and there's going to be a second one of them, which will be Malgrim's Magi Marauders. We're going to see a Goblin Great Shaman on top of its Spider, bringing Don't Even Try It, the Crown of Command, as well as Arcane Conduit, Vindictive Glare, and that's actually going to be it. So, Death, okay, there we go. Also missed there's a Giant River Troll Hag, as we often see here. Going to be bringing Mither and Spirit Leech with Life Leeching. Now for the Empire of Ice Power, we're going to see the same army we saw a bit earlier against myself, and we're going to see Swordsmen, along with Sigmar's Sons, 2 Flagellants. Then we have some Spearmen on the left flank, and 1 on the right with 2 in the rear. We're then going to be looking at 3 Handgunners and 3 Knights of the Blazing Sun. Bright Wizard going to be on foot with Burning Head, Fireball, and Cascading Fire Cloak, Volkmar the Grim. He's got Banishment, Grand Soulfire, Grand Hammer of Sigmar, and the Grand Shield of Faith with Jade Griffin for that regeneration. Sometimes I say words weird. Alright, Empire just kind of pushing out into the open field. Going to be using their handgunners to counter skirmish against the greenskins. And right now, we're going to be seeing the greenskin skirmishers kind of just like testing the backlines maybe. Vindictive Glare going after the Bright Wizard. Most of the shots going to miss. It looks like he's going to get knocked over fortuitously in hindsight.
Slay them before they do us.
Handguns opening fire. Goblins are small targets and they have big shields, so they have that silver shield 55% block chance, but imagine the handguns will switch up their targeting soon enough. And the front lines look like they're coming out to engage. Night Goblin Fanatics rushing in after the Spearmen with shields. Flagellants coming out to countercharge here. And wow, a nice loom cast this time, going through a lot of handguns. And it looks like they may even come over here and clip some of the Empire Knights. Before going off into no man's land and exploding. Over here, a Burning Head going through the 8 Peak Loonies. They're going to be able to dodge most of it though, so nice micro from them. Black Orcs coming forward now. Looks like they may clip that Burning Head, but they have very high armor, so not going to be the biggest deal for them. Over here, Goblin Great Shaman coming forward to get into combat with Volkmar the Grim. It looks like we're going to be seeing a Grand Soulfire, and that's going to do a lot of damage to these Fanatics. But now Black Orcs coming in, but Volkmar saying, I don't care, I'm just going to push back. Handguns are now danger close to the Goblin Great Shaman, and the Goblin Great Shaman needs to be careful. I would recommend playing this with some caution, because these handguns will shoot down that Goblin, and no chance. The Goblin Great Shaman closing in on half health, and really just not in a position. It should be an Ice Power total where it's not a player you can afford to put your caster lord in that scenario with. So looks like EC, the green one, catching the memo. Goblin Great Shaman going to be pulling out, and the greenskins not doing bad on their right flank. You can see the Black Orcs pushing in here, doing a ton of work. In the backlines, the Empire Knights, however, have come out on top and asserted their dominance against a ton of the greenskin mobility. But the greenskins are not done yet. They still have Mogrim's Mangy Marauders, some Orc Boar Boys pushing out, and they have the Black Orcs, as always, who are the best spearmen. Over here, another Burning Head going down, eliminating what's left of the goblins, pretty much, and there goes a Spirit Leech on top of the Bright Wizard. Knights of the Blazing Sun getting a clean charge into the Orc Boar Boys. However, Forest Goblin Spider Riders coming into the rear of them. But I think the Knights of the Blazing Sun got this. They've taken some significant damage, but you can see the Orc Boar Boys have taken more, and they just really can't stand up to Knights of the Blazing Sun in a head-to-head charge. Oh, Fireball gonna miss the Goblin Great Shaman, but you know what isn't gonna miss? All of these bullets from the handguns. It's literally hitting the broadside of a barn right now, and these Empire handguns are having a field day shooting at this Goblin Great Shaman. Balance of power in favor of the greenskins, but you can see here, EC the green one isn't done yet. He's routing the Bright Wizard. He's getting a lot of good plays down here, really stressing the micro of Ice Power's cavalry, but I can't help but feel like he's just kind of fighting an inevitable outcome here. But then again, I'm getting ahead of myself. A Spirit Leech hitting this Bright Wizard. The Bright Wizard may be taken care of for good. These Knights of the Blazing Sun over here, in spite of being able to eliminate this Orc Boar Boys, are now getting dragged down by Goblins and Forest Goblin Spider Riders with some minimal Archer support over here. Forest Goblin Spider Rider Archers now getting chased by Knights of the Blazing Sun. They just gotta keep their distance. There goes poison on top of some of them. But, yeah, we'll see what happens from here. A wall getting popped with the balance of power significantly against the greenskins at this point. Goblin Great Shaman not looking like he's going to be coming back ever. And Soulfire smashing some fanatics. Volkmar, you dirty, dirty boy. A lot of small engagements where the greenskins are getting the upper hand, but I think the balance power is just kind of like stacking against them significantly now, because you still got Volkmar, these Knights of the Blazing Sun, who are very healthy, and banishment on the Black Orcs. That's going to seal the deal. Army losses have kicked in, and we're going to be seeing Ice Power with the first victory of today's best of 3 final. Yeah, my daughter definitely wants to join the stream, and my apologies for everybody. Everybody just had to listen to that. No, yeah, that's the Ragnarok Spider Scream effect, Morkarth. You called it. She popped the wah. Yeah, but I mean, well fought by the green one. You got some very nice plays there. Once again, big shout out for not bringing Grom the Paunch. I love the Goblin Great Shaman, but I stand by what I said there during the battle. I think that was going just fine for the greenskins, and well in a lot of the engagements, but the big game loser for me was the Goblin Great Shaman getting way too aggressive there with Volkmar. As soon as Volkmar turned around to run, just like in my experience, don't chase him. He's not worth it. I mean, he is, but you're not going to get him. He's the slipperiest bastard in the game. He'll just run away, be fine. Save him for the end, surround him, kill him, but the handguns are just going to slaughter an Ragnarok Spider, so you don't want to go anywhere near them. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready for it. We have EC, the green one with the Wood Elves, up against XMT Ice Power and the Bretonnians. Now it is match point for Ice Power at this moment. If he wins it, he takes the final 2-0. If he loses, you see the green one takes it to a tiebreaker, and we'll see what happens from there. But let's go ahead and get into the battle. Players have loaded in, and gonna see what the Bretonnians have in store for us. Led by Ice Power. Now starting with the right flank and moving to the left, we have Knights of the Realm. I'm going to be looking here at some men-at-arms, looks like 2 of them. make that 3. We're going to also have 2 spear men-at-arms, 4 peasant mob up front, and then for the peasant bowmen, we're going to have pox arrows. Looks like 2 pox arrows and 2 regular ones in the center. Have another 2 Knights of the Realm on the left flank. Up in the air, we have some Royal Pegasus Knights. They do magic damage and have perfect vigor. And then we are going to see King Lewin Leoncoeur. He's going to have the Lion Shield, the Sword of... Oh my goodness gracious. The Lion Shield, the Sword of Corone, Stand Your Ground, as well as Foe Seeker, Beloved Son of Bretonia, and the Ladies Champion. Also going to be seeing down here a Damsel of Life on her horse. Going to be seeing the Dwellers Below, which we were talking about in the chat recently, so we'll get to see it in action right here, as well as Earthblood and Lifebloom. Now, taking a look at the Wood Elf army in blue, led by the green one, fighting for his life. Going to see Wild Riders on the right flank with Eternal Guard with shields. We're going to see 1 of each on either flank there, and then it looks like we're going to see 2 of them in the rear as well on either flank, with an Aserai War Dancer in the center and 2 Dryads. Make that 3 Dryads in the center too. Going to see some Blade Guard with Hagbane tips and Starfire shafts. Looks like we're going to have 2 with Hagbane tips and 2 with Starfire shafts. Aserai Spears, as I mentioned earlier, are going to be protecting them. Going to have a 2nd Wild Rider in the center and a 3rd on the left flank here in the forest behind the Eternal Guard. Now, other than this, we're going to come down and see the leader of this army is Draika. She has her Malevolent Dryad summon, as well as Pit of Shades and Enfeebling Foe. And it's time to see if her Pit of Shades can be as useful against Bretonia as they were against the Greenskins in an earlier battle. So let's get to it. And we'll put our blue player on the left side and our red player on the right. Alright, left flank of Bretonia going to be the strong side, pushing with the Pegasus Knights and King Lewin. Blade Guard going to begin opening fire. And it looks like they're going to be targeting Peasant Bowmen to start with, and I absolutely agree with that decision. You cannot underestimate them. Dryads pushing out to slaughter Peasant Mob and Men-at-Arms by the looks of it. Going to force the Bretonians to push to the center with their cav to try to counter the Dryads, and we'll see. It looks like the Blade Guard getting some good damage down on top of the Knights of the Realm so far. But Ice Power, very aggressive player, very good on the micro, so we'll see what happens from here. Pit of Shades going down. It looks like it's going to catch these Knights of the Realm and these Men-at-Arms, and it's doing some great damage. Pit of Shades is back in style, folks, just ripping those poor Knights through to the Immaterium, where Chaos waits and Slaaneshi demons are ready to do unmentionable things to them. Over here, going to see King Lewin hitting the ground now with the Pegasus Knights. They're on top of Wild Riders, doing a lot of damage. The Sword of Corone has been popped. And, yeah, those Wild Riders not enjoying life right now. Over here, looks like something's about to happen to Lewin, and I'm not quite sure what, to be honest. It's a Dwellers Below, and it's going to hit these Pegasus Knights too, and that is devastating. It's definitely going to do some friendly fire on top of the Wild Riders, but honestly, probably worth it. It got so much good damage done in there. But right now, balance of power dead even between the Wood Elves and the Bretonians, and right now, I have to say, the Wood Elves have gotten some very key plays, but the Bretonians maybe gotten even more key plays as the Wild Riders across the field, the Wild Riders, I mean, just are starting to disappear. I see one over here that's routing. This one's routing, getting chased by Lewin. Pegasus Knights getting shot down pretty convincingly. Hagbane tips hitting him now at point blank range, giving him that poison. They're going to get shut down right here on the charge, though. Draika still doing well. Lewin going after the Glade Guard, but we have Aserai Spears chasing after him. I would honestly like to see the Aserai Spears just kind of like, you know, focusing more maybe on the cab and the back lines, but getting on Lewin isn't a bad idea either. Bad idea either. But yeah, the Wood Elves need to kind of regroup, in my opinion. They need to eliminate the Peasant Bowmen after they clear out this cab in the back line. and then maybe from there they can start pulling something together. But Bretonnia really starting to look strong here as we approach the mid-game.
Hear the horn!
Damsel of Life in combat with some Knights of the Realm. Will Dryka be able to get on top of her? Not looking like it. I don't see any mass to really pin the Damsel in place. And now Lewin is coming in after Dryka, going to punt her about 20 yards at least. And yeah, Balance Power really starting to get out of hand. Ice Power just on the warpath right now. But look, some Knights shattering. Over here, Dryka hitting King Lewin with War Dancers with Acid Spears, and there goes the Dwellers Below. And I don't know why I was saying Dwellers Below was used against the Bretonians when it's the Damsel of Life who actually has it, and it is doing so much work against the Acid Spears right now. Pit of Shades going down against the Knights over here though from Dryka, and wow, seeing two Vortex spells that we just really don't see too often, and I'm happy to see them. I enjoy both of them quite a lot, but unfortunately for the Wood Elves, it's looking like it's going to be over in just a minute here, unless something crazy happens. But concession going to go down from TheGreenOne, recognizing the bind he was in, giving Ice Power Total War the 2-0 victory in this best-of-3 final. So everybody, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Alcapara, thank you for the follow. Olga, thank you for the follow. I'll do that. I'll thank all of you in just a second. But huge thank you to the players. Great games to both of them. TheGreenOne put up a hell of a fight, much better than I did. Dryka getting some good value there, and I just love the builds here from him. Very big Wood Elf armies, not relying on you know, any single entities or anything like that. But unfortunately in this match, even though his infantry engagements are going well at first and his archers were doing well at first, there was just a moment there where his Wild Riders got shut down quite hard with the Dwellers Below. Or win the money for the DLC from HW. Exactly, Chosen One. That's the way to do it. Yeah, wait for a sale and get them all on sale. I don't know why the first game is still $60. Like, why is that? Why can they do that? But yeah, no, great games to both of them. King Thran, Asriel, Panzerfaust, absolutely GG's, Halloween. But yeah, great games to both of them. But Ice Power, man, he's on fire. This guy's out for blood. He's vicious. His Damsel, 1600 damage value. Peasant Mob got shut down pretty hard, but Peasant Bowman, well, one of them did well, but the Knights here, and the Pegasus Knights, surprisingly enough, actually did very well. So GG's, well played. Love both of these guys. I hope they enjoyed the tournament. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. Thank you to the players, and thank you to you. And a huge thank you to our new subscribers here. We're going to be seeing Lord Peretta gifting subs to Deadly Bunnies and Ruben Deo. We're also going to have Fintel with the sub, so thank you there. And Narmarsil for the subscription as well. Now, everybody who followed, thank you too for tuning in and for the support. Anything you feel like doing is helpful and appreciated. So, on that note, take care, everybody. My son HW, going to be signing out from here, and I'll see you on the battlefield.